guys, welcome to another episode of Tea from the Galaxy, a thirst quenching podcast for the girls, gays, theys, and astrology baes, where we talk about anything and everything through an astrological lens. Today, I brought on one of my fellow TikTok mutuals. Her name is Nicole, and we talk about all things healing. The reason that I felt drawn towards her content and started following her and connected with her was because one, she is an astrologer and a healer into all things that I'm into. Two, she is a queer woman who loves talking about queer astrology as well. So another thing that we related about. Three, she has been documenting her healing journey physically, spiritually, mentally. She recently got diagnosed with POTS. She is a Reiki healer. She is into witchcraft. She is a manifester in human design. She's an astrologer. All things that we will definitely be talking about in the rest of this episode. She just finished her Saturn return as well. That's another thing we touch upon as well. So she kind of gives a little bit of insight of what that was like, her Saturn return lesson, and what is coming towards her, what the rest of her healing journey is going to be looking like in the future. So I really hope you guys enjoy this episode, and let's just jump into it. A couple questions that I like asking every guest that I have on this podcast, just so everyone could get to know you a little bit better. Your age, your pronouns, your sexual identity, and your big three.
My age is 31. I'll be 32 in July. Pronouns her, she, her.
Okay.
Sexual identity. There's a lot of trauma around my sexual identity, so I like to do no label.
I
But
feel that.
but preference women. Big three. Oh my goodness, triple fire. A Leo sun, Aries moon, and Sag rising.
I love that. That's so intriguing to me. So I definitely relate. We connected through finding each other on TikTok about the topic being queer astrology. I relate to the no label, but preference for women. It's definitely been personally a journey of mine of like my sexual identity in a way. And then as of maybe like a year now, I've just been rocking no label. I'll say queer or pansexual. I feel most comfortable in that
Yeah.
label. So I definitely feel you. Let's get a little bit of a background about you, how or when you got into astrology. What was that journey like for you?
Oh my goodness. I have always loved astrology since I was little, but I
Mm.
only knew like about the zodiac signs. So, and like
Yeah.
the phases, stuff like that, simple stuff. And then
Hmm.
when I started dating my ex-girlfriend, she knew so much about astrology and she taught me a lot. And then I started doing a course online as well. So I just started going deep into astrology and
Hmm.
mostly about my own chart.
When was that? Because I know your Saturn return seems to
Oh my
be
gosh.
ended, right?
Yeah, it was
Uh,
right when my Saturn return started.
I had a feeling
Yeah,
your natal Saturn
Pisces
is in
in my fourth
Pisces.
house.
In your fourth house. Interesting. Okay. So we can definitely talk a little bit more about that. But I want to ask you about, because a big thing that drew me towards you was in your TikTok bio, you have witch, healer, manifester. Like, I want to talk about all of that with you. So was astrology like your gateway into all of that, or you were into that like prior?
I was into healer witchcraft stuff when I was younger too. I loved watching all kinds of witchcraft shows, Halloween and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
was so into that stuff. But like my mom was like, "No, don't do that. That's horrible." So like I had to like not be as noticeable with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the manifestor thing, I just recently started getting into human design. So I know nothing
Same.
about it. All that I know is that I'm a manifestor.
Ooh, cool. I am also recently getting into human design, really been getting into it and wanting to learn more about it. I think it's so interesting. And I think it's like it's intriguing me in a way that in astrology intrigued me years ago.
Mhm.
But it's like a whole other study. You really have to get down and like focus and, read and do a lot of research about human design.
Yeah.
And
Oh
that's
my.
how it was with astrology too, because it's so layered.
Yes, seriously, it's like never ending. It's so much.
Yeah.
And also like I started to learn medical astrology too, and that's a whole new layer.
That's so awesome. What do you currently do? Like, what's your current profession?
I do not work at all.
Okay,
I'm
period.
disabled. I just recently got diagnosed with having POTS syndrome, so um autonomic nervous system dysfunction.
Okay.
Standing for more than 5 minutes, it'll make my heart rate and my blood pressure go up like extremely. I'll get lightheaded and dizzy. Lately, I've been starting to get headaches a lot, so it's rough.
You just recently got diagnosed with that?
Yeah, but I've had the symptoms forever. It's an invisible
Oh,
illness, so doctors seem to look past it a lot.
interesting. And no, I've heard of it before, but I've only knew like very little information about it.
Yeah, I still don't know enough because I didn't even know what it was. Somebody that I knew was like saw my symptoms and was like, I think you have POTS syndrome and you need to get tested. So that's how I even discovered that. I thought it was normal.
Okay, so what's like your upcoming like journey looking like your healing journey? Like what are you doing currently?
I recently left the US and
I
I went
thought I
to
saw that on
Thailand.
your social
Yes.
media.
I went to Thailand and Indonesia because I knew. So I used, oh my God, I'm horrible at pronouncing it, astrocartography.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
astrophotography,
I
yeah.
used that to find out where I wanted to go for healing.
Mm-hmm.
And those are along my Venus line. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna go there. And
Thailand.
yes, and in Indonesia.
Cool.
And it was the most healing experience ever. Like I went completely by myself. I don't ever do anything by myself. So that right there was healing to me because I was like, wow, like I don't need to depend on anybody. Like I'm good. I can do anything I want. So being there for 2 months really taught me how to slow down and to like calm my nervous system and just be. And so since I came back, I've been trying to bring that back into here. But some
Yeah.
days are hard because I mean, the food and stuff is not the same. So
Yeah. When did you make that move to Thailand?
I left in March.
In March, and you were there for 2 months.
Yeah,
So
I
you
just,
just got back to the
yeah,
States.
yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting that you followed your Venus line. And then, wait, so how was your time out there in Thailand? Like, would you say that it resonated with the line that it represents, like being on a Venus line, or it was just like
Absolutely.
healing?
It felt so good. Absolutely, yes. It was very, very healing, especially because my Venus is also conjunct my Chiron and my lot of fortune. So,
Ooh,
yeah, extra
okay.
healing for me to be
What's
there.
what sign is your Venus in?
Virgo.
Oh, okay. No, that's so cool. That's such a dream of mine. Thailand is calling my name so bad. And I think that's very interesting that you went there. So, where did you stay when you were out there?
I was in Bangkok, but on the outskirts, Bang Sue, because I didn't want to be with the people. Ugh, I have too
Did you
much anxiety.
stay? Did you stay in like a hostel or a
No,
hotel
I
or
stayed on an Airbnb.
all by yourself?
Yes.
Ooh, so I bet you learned a lot doing that journey by yourself and like being introspective. Solo travel is amazing for learning a lot about yourself, honestly, and like
Yeah,
turning
yeah,
inwards.
it really is, especially because I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah, for sure. That's really cool. I'm glad that you did that.
it.
Do you have plans of like doing something like that again in the future?
Yes, actually, I plan on going to Egypt for my birthday, just for a couple days.
Why Egypt?
Oh my goodness, I've been drawn to Egypt since I was little, so I'm
Hmm.
like, now that I'm traveling, I have to do it for my birthday.
Yeah, I'm a big believer that if you feel a calling to go somewhere, you should go.
Absolutely. For my solar return, I have to do it.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
Jupiter is going to be in Leo. Also, I have to do it in my ninth house. I have to do it.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you excited for that? It's gonna be nice for the Leos and Leo risings. And then also you have a fire Earth and I mean a fire moon and rising. So it's like very complementary. It's making all trines to that. I think that could be a good this could be a good upcoming year for you, honestly.
Yes, I feel it too.
Yeah, a lot of travel opportunities probably.
Yes.
Your
Thank
Sag rising is probably like,
you.
yay.
Yes, now that I discovered it, I have to keep doing it.
Yeah. Did you travel a lot growing up, or what was like your
No,
upbringing a lot
nothing.
like?
I
No.
was pretty much under a rock.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to think. Sagittarius rising, you have what's your fourth house again? Pisces?
Pisces, yes.
I know a lot of Sagittarius risings, like Sagittarius gets the rep of like being adventurous and the world traveler and the philosopher. And I feel like a lot of Sagittarius that I know and the rising sign and the sun sign and honestly the Venus sign too, like they love to travel. And once they like scratch that itch in them, they are traveling all over the place. Um, but with the Sagittarius rising sign in specifically, I find that it comes later in life. Like a lot of their upbringing is either super religious, super sheltered, or maybe just a little bit a wanderer, like not stable in a way, like here, then there. So there
Mhm.
is like a type of traveling, but it's not like world traveling. It's more like just an unstable like living situation.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that's interesting because I do notice a pattern of that with Sagittarius risings. Like that traveler comes later in life. I'm glad that you're able to like experience that now.
Me too.
That's so
It's
cool.
amazing being able to experience the world. And I just like came across the most craziest experiences that I'm like, I never would have even thought of doing. Like,
Yeah.
I was invited to a traditional Balinese wedding, and
Cool.
people like my Airbnb host, his son was getting married in just a couple days too. So like it was out of nowhere.
Hmm.
I did not expect that to happen at all. And that was amazing. They treated me like family, and I'm like, wow, like this is amazing.
Wow. That's so cool. That's so beautiful. That's why I love solo travel because a perk of solo traveling is it puts you outside your comfort zone and it like forces you to make connections that maybe you normally wouldn't if you were traveling with a friend or a partner or something like that. And also people feel more drawn to you
Yeah,
when you're
that is
like traveling by yourself.
that is very true.
Yeah.
It
So,
completely threw me out of my comfort zone. I had no idea I would do half the stuff I was doing.
yeah, I definitely can see you doing more of that as Jupiter enters your ninth house of Leo and is flowing to all your fire placements and entering the house of long distance travel. And not even just long distance travel, but also like philosophy, spirituality, wisdom, any kind of higher knowledge, any type of learning more. So, like whether it's like just studying a lot about something or learning a lot of new information through travel, through experiences, through spirituality or religion. So, I think that's definitely going to be an increase for you for sure.
Absolutely. I definitely see that. I've learned a lot being there. Like one thing that they've shown me is that like yes, here in America, a lot of us are struggling and they are too, but like you would never know that because they're just so happy and willing to help everybody and like be a community. And I'm just like, that's beautiful. Like, yes, I can understand that they're struggling, but like they're just so
Mm,
happy. They're like, I don't know. People in America need to be more like that.
yeah. Isn't that so interesting? Like, and that's another reason that I love traveling too, because you do widen and broaden your horizons and you learn just so much more. Like, it's easy for us to get caught up in our bubbles that we grew up
Yeah.
in. And then when you go and visit other places or see other like cultures or other ways of life, you see how other people are living. And then you're like, wait, why aren't we a little bit more like this? And vice
Right.
versa, like I bet like people come here to America and like see things that they like here that's not out there. But I will say I went to Costa Rica in December and I experienced like a similar mentality
Mhm.
where I was like in Costa Rica, it's like pura vida, right? Their mentality and their lifestyle is so slow living and just like a happier life and being more present, just more slower way of life. And in America, I feel like it's so boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
gotta do this now, now, now. And when I got back from Costa Rica, I was like, wow. Me and my friends, we were both like, wow, we need more pura vida in our life. Like, let's go to the beach right now.
Seriously. That's
Yeah.
how I feel too. Right when I came back, I'm like, no, the energy here is not it.
Yeah. No. And it's like, how can I bring that here?
Oh my God.
Right?
Seriously. Ugh.
Yeah. So being a triple fire, Leo sun, Aries moon, Sagittarius rising, what is that like for you? What is it like being a triple
Oh,
fire?
it's intense.
Yeah.
My moon is also at 29th degree, so
Mm.
very intense.
Critical degree.
So emotions are very intense. But like I it's true and they say that Aries moons like we feel things very intensely, but like we get through it quick. As
Yes.
long as we have that space to get through it, we can get through it pretty quick.
Yeah. It's very important to give Aries moons like that space to kind of react,
Yeah.
even if it
Yeah,
can
because
be
most likely we're
crazy.
gonna react.
Most
Sorry.
likely.
I'll
Yeah.
admit it. It's true.
Yeah. Even if it's low-key crazy, it will come out like in some type of way. So it's like good to give that space because I always say like once the Aries moon has the space to react and then they can move forward. Then
You're
they're
right.
over it.
Yes.
You know, like I wish I was
Exactly.
more like that. I'm not like that. I'm like holding on to like a grudge like since middle school. Like I'm not like that.
I love being a Leo, but
Yeah.
I just don't feel like a Leo sometimes. I'm really
Yeah.
shy.
Do you feel like you resonate more with being like a Sagittarius rising or
Yes,
yeah.
I resonate for sure with Sag rising.
Mm. Yeah. That's a big thing too when people say they don't resonate with their sun sign. A lot of times people resonate with their rising sign or even their moon sign too, honestly. But when you look at astrology or look at your birth chart, do you know which housing system you use? Do you use whole signs or
Whole
Placidus?
sign.
Whole
Yeah.
signs. So your sun is in your ninth house.
Yeah. In Placidus, it's in my eighth house.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I use both too. I use whole signs and Placidus.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if it's in your eighth house in Placidus because sometimes when people's suns are in their eighth and 12th house, because those are like darker houses, are a little bit more
Yeah.
hidden, you might
Mhm.
not resonate so much with being a Leo sun, or just like the eighth house might shadow your sun sign, and being that it's a Leo sun and it shines bright and they get the rep of being more extroverted or outgoing, and you might not feel like that, maybe because it's placed in the eighth house, which is a little bit more of like a secretive house. It's more
Yeah.
like hidden, it's more low key, it's more layered and thinking a little bit more. So it takes maybe a while for you to like come out maybe of your shell.
Yeah. And my Mercury is also in the eighth house.
Mm.
Yes.
There we
And
go. Yeah. In Placidus, my sun is in my eighth house too. But in whole signs, it's in my ninth. I'm a Scorpio rising.
oh,
Yeah.
yes, saying I love
Yeah.
I love Scorpio placements.
I love Leo placements. Leo and Scorpios love each other. I swear. There's
It's
like,
I've
it's,
never had any beef with a Scorpio.
yeah,
Scorpios.
it's the
And
loyalty
yeah.
and
And I have a
intensity.
Scorpio in my 12th house. So you probably think that some of you should be scared of that. But I mean, I love the
Yeah.
12th house and the eighth house. I'm not afraid of that.
Oh, me too. Yeah, you're an eighth house sun. Like you're like, yes, give it to me. Give it to me. I think there's a magnetic connection between Leo and Scorpio because they're both equally intense and equally loyal. And they just get like this certain maybe obsessive, possessive qualities that we both inhabit, and it can scare other people, but it doesn't scare
That
us.
is so right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true. We just understand the depth,
The
and
depth.
not many
Yes.
people can get to that point, and it's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm trying to think of the transits that are happening right now, being that you have fire big three. There's a lot of transits happening currently, big transits. I'm curious to know how you're feeling about it because a lot of the outer planets are moving into fire and air, and you're all fire, like your big three is all fire. So we talked a little bit about the Jupiter going into Leo. I think that's going to be very positive
Yes.
for you for the next year. But also currently this year, Saturn and Neptune entered Aries. So that's your fifth house.
Yes. Lots of
Okay.
inner child healing. It's been so beautiful.
That's
Love
awesome. I
it.
love that. Yeah, I think that's going to bring a lot of creativity because Neptune is such a creative planet going through a creative house. I think will be very nice. I think Saturn there might bring a little bit of a roadblock like over the next couple of years. But with Pluto moving into Aquarius and Uranus and Gemini, it's literally, I've been telling everyone, the collective feel is thinking outside of the box and doing things completely differently.
Yeah,
And
I feel that. I
yes.
completely feel that. Oh my God.
So I think you could definitely be like more spiritual and creative coming up, but in ways that you never thought maybe you could have in the past.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Oh my gosh, since Uranus has went into Gemini in my seventh house, I've been like, my mindset
Yeah.
completely changed. Like, I'm just not impressed. I've been like, no, I don't know. No. And like,
Yeah.
you would think that like Gemini is very social, but like, I guess I am social, but I'm just more picky about who I give my energy to now.
As you should. As you
It
should. Post
is,
Saturn return.
yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. My Saturn return was horrible, so it smacked me right in the face. I had to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going through what your fourth house.
Yes.
So what was that like? Like what was your Saturn return lesson you feel like?
To end the stupid patterns that have been down onto me, which wasn't my fault, but I need to end it. It needs to be done.
Interesting, like generational
Yeah.
family cycles type of
Yeah.
thing.
Relating to my
Interesting.
mother. Yeah. I was completely clueless. I didn't know what to expect. But
Yeah.
I ended up losing my job, my car. Well, first I bought Moldavite too. So yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. So that it just threw me right into it. I lost
Yeah.
my car, my job, and then I moved. And oh my God. Yeah, that was a horrible decision. I had such a horrible feeling. I was like, my gut was telling me not to do it, and I did not listen. And yeah, well, I sure had to pay for that.
Buying Moldavite at the beginning of a Saturn return.
Yeah, that
The
was
universe was like, buckle up.
great. Oh, you think this is a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You want change, you're gonna get it.
But it was very necessary, but I guess not necessary enough that I had to relearn it again. When
Yeah.
it went back into Pisces and literally the exact same thing happened. That's when it clicked, though. I was like, oh, okay, now we're done.
Yeah.
Now we're done.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I witnessed a lot of that happen for a lot of people, especially people going through their Saturn returns. Because I feel like the Saturn through Pisces transit like dragged for some
Oh
reason.
my
And it was
goodness.
going back and in and back and forth. And it was just like, oh my God, when is this ending? And now I feel like Saturn is in Aries at like 10 degrees already. I feel like it's flying by.
The universe was dragging me straight across the ground, so
Yeah.
in time.
But I think it's a blessing in a way that you realize like it's all for a higher
Yeah,
good
yeah.
because a lot of people don't even have that awareness. A lot of people are like, why is this happening to me? You know, victim mentality, or they just like fall into worse patterns. And I think that's a blessing of like us knowing astrology and us like kind of being more in a healer mentality,
Mhm.
knowing that everything happens for a reason. And Saturn will throw obstacles your way, but it wants you to like grow, you know, it wants good for us. And the Saturn return is like that on steroids,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it seriously is. But yeah, like you said, it definitely was worth it. And I learned a lot. And now I can take those lessons and be like, no, we can't follow back into that. It just doesn't feel right now to even think about going back into old habits. Like I just
Yeah.
physically can't do it.
Yeah. 100%. So you learned a lot about like family generational trauma and like wanting to do better and stuff. Would you say that's translating into like your dating life that there's like, you're
Yeah.
just not impressed like what you said?
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel.
absolutely. Yes. I have picked people that fell into what I was used to seeing as a child. So, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Interesting because Saturn is going through your fifth house of dating. So a lot of the times people go through like a pause in dating, or they're taking dating way more serious, or they date someone like way older than them. That's like another way it can manifest. But it's interesting because I have a Scorpio rising. So like the transits that you're going through right now, for the most part, I went through them already. And because Saturn was in Pisces in my fifth house. So I definitely experienced that too. I like went through like two breakups, and then I was also single for over a year after that. And then when I started dating again for the tail end of Saturn being in Pisces, I kind of learned the lesson where I was like, all right, this is going to be more serious. I'm not taking any shit. Like, I'm just not impressed. Like, exactly what you said. Like, I'm not impressed anymore. And like, there's holding a lot more standards is definitely Saturn going through the fifth house thing. Like, I wanting more long term and like dating and romance and more seriousness and not just, falling for I guess words and looking for more actions type of thing.
Yes. And just because it might seem fiery and passionate, it might actually not be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big fire
I've been
sign
learning.
lesson.
Yeah. Yes, it really is a big fire sign lesson because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little too passionate at times. And yeah, I can't do that. I need to slow down a little bit at least.
Yeah. Fire signs definitely get really excited, especially you having an Aries moon. Like I know a lot of Aries moons that just like they get excited and then it causes them to like move fast or want to do things fast because they're so excited about it. Yeah, and then it might not go as planned. I've been single for like 2 years. So this was my last ex-girlfriend. And she has a fire stellium. Also, she's a Leo sun, Aries moon too. And then she has a Leo stellium like alongside. So I would see that pattern in her a lot. Like she would get really excited about something and then just like want to do it and move fast. And me having a Capricorn moon, I'm like, girl, take it down. Like let's slow it down a little bit. But also, like I wish I did have that excited, optimistic mentality of things, like perspective, I guess, on life, because that is a side about fire signs that I love. I'm like, I wish I encompassed that a little bit more. For sure.
Oh my goodness. It's been a thing that a lot of people hated the most about me. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I have been through so many people that have tried to dim my light, and that was another wound that I had to heal from childhood.
From childhood, then that's a big Leo thing, honestly, because Leos just naturally encompass, even if you don't feel it, even if you don't feel like a Leo, you hold this light about you, like this magnetizing energy to you. And a lot of people get jealous about that and will try to dim your light. And that is definitely a life lesson for Leos. Like you should surround people who are adding to your light and uplifting you, and not surround yourself with people who are doing the opposite and then you trying to get their approval because they're doing the opposite. And just
Ah,
like knowing and seeing that no, these people just are jealous of you, or they don't like you, or they want not good things for you. And like leave it at that and move on to the next instead of being like, why don't they like me? And let me get their approval. and then it just like never happening. I see that with Leos a lot and
Yeah,
Leo
that has
risings.
been my life.
Yeah.
It's been my life. So I definitely had to learn to not be like that anymore.
Yeah, you hold this like natural wisdom to you. And I feel like there's a lot of good things that's going to come towards you because you've learned a lot of the lessons. And that's how Saturn is. Saturn is like, I'm going to give you lessons and I need you to learn these lessons. And if not, I'm going to keep putting you in a cycle of repeated karmic lessons until you
It's
get
very,
it.
very true. It's very, very true.
Yeah. There might be like a stagnancy with your dating and romance while Saturn is going through your fifth house, right? But I feel like once it leaves, or it's like at the tail end, or it leaves maybe in like a year and a half, you'll have Neptune then there in your fifth house with Uranus in your seventh house too, which I feel like could bring you unexpectedly meeting people in like the craziest ways, meeting people from all types of walks of life, making new friends, meeting new partners, like dating life is definitely going to increase or feel more romantic in ways that you could maybe not even think. Uranus through the seventh house is dating people that's unlike your typical type in the past.
Yeah, which is perfect because I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I want to
So,
be completely different. I'm like, well, this used to apparently be my type, so I'm gonna let me like figure out what I actually want, and that's the only thing that I want. And if I have a gut feeling that their energy is not what I want, then I'm gonna believe that from
hmm
the and not even try to be like my Virgo Venus self and be like, no, but I see potential. There's no potential. No, just
Let
move
me
along.
fix them. I'll fix them. I feel like I just feel positive things happening for you moving forward. So I think that's beautiful. Pivoting, side note, because this is something I wanted to talk to you about. I saw on your TikTok that are you into Reiki healing?
Yes, actually, I did Reiki 1 and 2, oh my gosh, a few years ago, probably like 2 years ago.
Do you offer like services to other people
I
or
haven't, no.
no?
I, my Gemini Mars, I can't help but do everything and not finish it.
Yeah. I saw a Instagram the other day and I reposted it because I have a Gemini Venus, so I have a lot of different interests. And it said, not a jack of all trades, but a hoe of all hobbies. And I'm like, this is Gemini
Yes, it
to a
really is.
T. Yeah. For Reiki, because I'm not that much like educated on Reiki. Like I know certain things about it, but do you use it to like heal yourself, or is it more so a modality that you use to help heal others? Like do you use Reiki on like yourself?
It was mostly for myself.
Okay. So
Even
what
when
was that like?
did, even when like I did like tarot and like practice witchcraft is m for myself. I never really put anything outside.
Reiki or like witchcraft has that like helped in your healing journey?
Just by like feeling my own energy, especially
Hmm
with Reiki, like it's channeling energy and like getting more in tune with my own energy and feeling what is mine and what isn't mine because I feel everything. So
hmm
like doing that has helped. And with witchcraft, I don't really do too much like the typical TikTok witchcraft doing spells and stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but only if I'm like really called to it. But
hmm
mostly I do like the money bowl, um Venus Day rituals. I love Venus Day.
What
And
is Venus Day rituals?
so I always do like a cleansing around the house and I light my candle on Aphrodite's altar. And like
Ooh.
not every Friday, but some Fridays I do like a little facial and I don't just like wear something that makes me feel good. Well, I always wear these, so this isn't really like a ritual, but my knot bracelet for protection, and pearls. I love pearls.
Yes. Did like a little experiment last year and I was like, Let me see what happens if I attract like more opportunities or mo more money when I start working with the planet Venus and like the goddess Aphrodite. I don't know, just prioritizing beauty a little bit more. And because that doesn't come easy to me. Like I don't have any Venusian energy in my chart. I I'm a Cancer who loves being comfortable. Like, honestly, I'm wearing a big t-shirt right now. Like, this is how I like looking like good. And, when I go out, like if I'm going out, whatever, to an event, like I like to look good and presentable, but I definitely prefer comforts and it doesn't come naturally for me to like prioritize just Venusian things, I guess, like beauty, the realm of beauty, I should say. And so last year, like literally a year ago today, I did a little experiment for like 30 days and I'm like, okay, if I like did my hair every day, if I got dressed every day, if I did my skincare, how am I gonna feel? And I honestly made more money like that during that time period. I attracted more. I got like an increase on my job. So I was just like working more, I was making more. And yeah, I just thought it was so interesting. And I've been thinking about it recently. So it's interesting that you brought this up because I'm like, I want to do that again because it's hard for me to like keep it going. Because like what I said doesn't come naturally to me. I think having a Venus day like every Friday is maybe the key to that. Like dedicating a day to it
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
consistency.
especially when you know that you can't be consistent, because I know I can't be consistent. So Friday is in my head, it's locked in. It's Venus Day. It's literally Venus Day. So
Yeah.
like it's Venus Day. I have to do this. So that's how I just remember to do it.
Yeah. I like that. Wearing like pink or like white, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I love that. I'm gonna start doing that now. What's your daily routine as like a healer? Like what do you do for yourself or others, or how do you like live your daily life?
For like practicing with my healing journey, especially since I came back, I've been being more slow and more intentional. Like I don't try to like rush out of bed and in the morning and just like doing like if I have appointments or anything, like I'll put it at a time where I can rest and not be like in a rush and stuff like that. Because I'm used to like being so rushed and always on the go. So
Yeah.
I need to slow down more and eating healthier, trying to
Okay. Mm-hmm.
eat a lot healthier and moving my body more because of my Aries moon. It's good to be
Yes.
on walks. Um, and that's like a daily thing pretty much. I love drinking teas,
Me
morning tea
too.
every day, all day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so important for Aries moons to have movement
Yes.
in their
Yeah.
life.
I can't deal with not having movement. I'll go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if I'm in the
All those
house.
emotions, you get it out.
Yeah, I need the outlet.
Yes. So, is there anything that like you're currently working on that you want to share with anyone? Anything that's coming up for you? Your social media that people can follow you on and connect with you?
Yes, my social medias, hey, it's Nikki, 444 on TikTok.
I love that.
But, I just plan on documenting a lot of my traveling and healing journey. That's what mostly I do on TikTok anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes do like astrology stuff or random videos, witchcraft, stuff like that, but it's mostly to document my healing journey.
Okay. I love that. I'm excited to see your healing journey come up and all of the travels that you have coming up for you too. I think it's going to be a good year for you upcoming. So, I'm excited to see that.
Yes, I'm very excited to go. Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm actually going to be there.
I know. That's so
I've
exciting.
been traveling. It's been insane, honestly.
I love that for you. I'm excited for you. Well, thank you again for coming on this episode with me.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun.